Hello everyone, welcome to a video just to wish you all a happy new year as we head into 2023. It's been a great year for the community in general and for the channel. I don't usually talk about numbers really with regard to the channel. It's always great to see subscriber counts and viewer numbers going up and they're in the right direction. Obviously you got to promote the channel, but I think as a content creator or as a streamer or whatever it may be, it's really not a good idea to focus on viewer numbers and subscribers and to endlessly try and push for more and more. If you focus on the content, generally they will come. And especially when it comes to streaming, the way that you interact with your audience, however small, is very important. And I think you all know that I don't exactly have a schedule. I just stream when I can. And when I'm flying, I figure usually, well, let's stream it anyway and help out those who are getting into simming by answering questions and hopefully, demonstrate some new add-ons, or in this case, a new simulator this year in Microsoft for some others who are well established in simming already. I think also the weekly update videos have been really popular, and I think we'll definitely be continuing those. I think people have enjoyed having a bit of a roundup summary. Obviously, we can't always include everything in a weekly update video, but we can give you a bit of a taste of what's been going on, especially if you don't have time to read through a lot of stuff, listen to a lot of messages as well in WhatsApp groups and things like that. Speaking of WhatsApp, it's been great to see over the past month or so a lot of old simmers coming back and new individuals coming in. BVI Virtual has, I think, a record number of pilots. That's the virtual airline. But more, significantly, perhaps, we're getting even more simmers coming in and looking for advice, and that's been something that we've generally done through BVI Virtual, but now we're also using the WhatsApp Communities feature to group all our BVI groups under one umbrella, and we have a beginners Q&A group, which has helped to, yes, alleviate spam, but also to increase the numbers coming into the community, and I think it's been very helpful, so I'm really glad about that. I think this year we've come a long way as a community in terms of what we're able to do. We've continued to learn more, as we always do, about the complex PMDG aircraft. TFM has pretty much rebuilt its support for the 737 in both P3D and Microsoft. We can now access almost every panel, and if you would like to fly without first officer, fly without any first officer add-on, which is perfectly fine if you do. I often do. It's adds some immersion, realism, and ease of use, but it's great that we now have access to so many more things, and we can decide what we want to do ourselves and what we want to have other programs do for us. We've continued, I think, as well to take part in some great VATSIM events. There's been 2 Cross the Pond events, Fly and See Santa, Cross the Ditch, all these great VATSIM events that we can participate in just like any sighted person with hundreds of other individuals on the network. It's a really great set of events there that we've taken part in, I think, with some great control. And I see a lot of people often asking, what can blind people do in terms of gaming and simulation that sighted people can do just the same? Well, I would say flight sim is one of those things that is very close to that point, considering, as I say, we're able to go on online networks such as VATSIM and fly with hundreds, if not in CTP, thousands of other sighted pilots in just the same ways and enjoy it as they do as well. It's really great to experience that, and if you haven't already, then I would say that's a great goal to set for yourself. I think as well, of course, we've had MSFS. That's been a big thing. We've discovered MSFS in a new light since the PMDGs came out. They've really helped to make the simulator more immersive for us and give us a real purpose. I think, we know that the simulator isn't fantastic in terms of narration. There could definitely be improvements in certain sections and in the way that the narration operates, and hopefully we'll have a more productive working relationship with Asobo going forward. And it does seem as though they've been listening to more feedback over the past few months. I've definitely enjoyed testing out Microsoft with the PMDG and indeed completing full flights and VATSIM flights. Thanks for that goes to people like Josh and Rob, who really supported all of us in figuring out the simulator, and I think now it's becoming a lot more useful to us. I've often said AI is cool and all, but it's really not particularly interesting to me, and to anyone who wants to sim realistically, it really can only go so far. And yeah, it's been really cool to see Microsoft come to the fore, because we all know that P3D is a great simulator that's probably going nowhere because it's used for many other things other than just home simulation. It's really a good training platform. A lot of companies have contracts with Lockheed Martin as well, and they will not be particularly perturbed by the fact that perhaps less home simmers are buying it. That was never really the intention in the first place. It just was a byproduct that P3D could be used by home simmers because of all the great add-ons that were produced for it. So I think P3D will definitely be around, and certainly home simmers will continue to use it for years to come because there are specific aircraft that they need to access. But we all know that Microsoft is probably the future over the next decade or so when it comes to the more distant future, and really is the sim of choice for a lot of sighted simmers, especially new simmers. So it's great that we're making further inroads into Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we have done so toward the end of this year, and that we aren't going to be left behind. We can know for sure that when it comes to the PMDG, for example, we'll eventually have the same level that we do in P3D of aircraft and support. With the cross compatibility of TFM and the new 777 aircraft that's going to be coming, we don't know when, but is the next lineup of aircraft from PMDG, and eventually the 747. So it's been a great year, and as I say, I don't talk about numbers too much, but thank you. I think we are over 280 subscribers, possibly marching on toward 300, and that's really great. I really appreciate it. Every one of you who interacts in chat in the streams really helps to make the streams what they are, and I really hope you have a great new year with your families, friends, and enjoy some time relaxing as we enter 2023. All right, we'll see you in the next year for more streams, more videos, more weekly updates, and we will see what happens for our community next year.